Yeah, it's madness.
Are we ready?
29 and 31.
So we went. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to episode 13 of the Talkabout.
Unlucky for some.
Some, and some lucky for two people we have with us this week. Let
Yes.
me introduce everybody to you. Obviously, I'm Stewie, sat in the middle. A rose between four thorns, with lots of things. No, only joking. To the far right, we have Princess Bankshot. Welcome, Chris.
Hey.
Directly to the right next to me, we have GARGAR Man. Welcome.
Or GARGAR bot.
To my left,
What's his man
we
on the
have,
thing?
look at the photograph at the beginning. We have the gorgeous PARODY4LIFE. And at the end, we've got Gob Almighty, TrickyDicky.
Yes, that's me.
And we hope you enjoy the show. Looking forward to reading your comments and questions online. And straight over to Chris.
All right. So we're going to start with our guest question number 1. Now, this one is going to be for both of you, but let's start with Parody. What got you into the game and how did you start? My love for mini golf in real life. And then when I got
Okay,
my
that's interesting.
VR headset, I saw that they had it in VR and said, oh my gosh, I can play all year round now. Very nice. I don't have to. It's hard to play
the
in the
second person.
snow.
Probably the second person apart from Seve, who I know that plays mini golf out of mini golf.
Yes.
I
Yes.
love mini golf in real life. So
That's
fact
the
that I
name we
can
couldn't
play
remember the other week, by the way.
24/7 in my living room is the best. So when Sweetopia came out, I had to get the game because of my obsession with candy. Candy is the best. And I was addicted ever since.
Nice.
Good.
GARGAR man?
Yeah, well, my dad plays golf religiously, so tried to get me into that as a kid. That was way too much walking for me. So, and mini golf's a lot more fun. And then I saw it on the store and went, well, I've got to do that then.
We'll have some of
And yeah, and it's
Nice.
brilliant.
We
That's
have Rick.
awesome.
We have Rick with the first comment of the night. Hello, Rick. Mrs. Mr. Princess.
Mr. Princess.
Princess Bankshot. All right. So from Knockout G, now this is probably mostly parody here, but I know GARGAR is involved with this quite a lot. But Knockout is asking, what was it like to take over a league? Because the league that you're running was already running by someone else, and he was wanting to know what it was like to take it over. It was a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, firstly then, let me ask you, why did you take it over?
So,
Good question.
like, Brian was originally running the Q3AD with his Walkabout Wednesday, and then he couldn't do it anymore. He got busy with life, and then he was worried that his account got hacked and stuff like that. So he just disappeared and deleted it all on us, and we all panicked. But luckily, me and GARGAR at least were already had our own like DM, because I was helping with the scorecards for Brian, and then GARGAR was always the cameraman. And we're like, what do we do? Playoffs were about to start. What happened? Oh my gosh, is this over? Like, this was a huge community that we were a part of. That meant a lot to us. And we're like, we got to keep it going. What if we just make a new one that's Q3AD, because the Quest 3 had pretty much just come out. And we're like, it's close enough to Q2AD, so we were hoping that we'd be able to kind of bring people back and have them find us if they're looking, when all of a sudden
but that was the awesome thing about it, though. Is that I knew some people where I've had conversations on Discord privately, and you knew a load of people from Discord privately. So I said, right, well, we'll tell everybody that we know and tell them to tell everybody we know. I went, okay, do that. So he sent out these messages, and my pocket every now and again. I'm a plumber by day, and I was working tiling a bathroom, and
what's
my
this
pocket
about?
was going.
We've got a society going here.
Yeah.
and my pocket was going ding, 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 as people would join in Q3. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's alive.
Oh, good. Good.
It's
No, that's
happening.
good. That's good to know. I
Yeah,
forgot what the
so
question
it
was,
was-
but that's nice.
I mean, it is hard to
No, I'm not a
figure
member of
out where we wanted to go
Q3
with
After
it all.
Dark. How many players do you get on average every week?
How many players we get every week?
On average.
Probably around
Nearly
like
100 now.
Nice.
yeah, usually like 75, 80 people play every week.
I know
Nice.
Tricky keeps
Nice.
getting me to sign up, but it's a bad night for me as Wednesday, unfortunately. But otherwise, I would do it. But I never knew it. Yeah, I've seen that. Mick,
Excellent. So just sort of elaborating on that slightly, do you think us doing this and shouting you out every week has helped and brought more people over to you?
Answer
Be honest. Be honest.
answer honestly.
Yeah.
We're wondering.
Well,
that's all.
we had
Yeah.
a clutch of people join a couple of week
Mhm.
backs, didn't we? Like
Yeah.
5 or 6 people joined.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think.
we
Yeah.
we've
And
definitely
we
had
put them in the fresh meats.
Yes.
yeah we've had
Yeah.
more people show up.
We don't
I
ask
should
them where
start
they come
asking-
from.
I should
though.
start asking them.
No.
that.
Yeah. We should
Where did you come
find
from?
out. Who are you? Where have you come from?
What do
hopefully
you
this
think?
podcast might get you a few more then. Maybe get you up to that 100 mark every week. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just put up
Absolutely.
yours. So I did just put up the link to yours again. So we just put that in the chat.
Cool. Thank you.
Alright.
We have now got 10 people watching online. So
Nice.
welcome everybody.
Hi, all 10.
Mickey's asked a question, which we'll fetch up after Mickey, if you don't mind. Rob's watching. He says, I miss Brian. Saying, are you kidding me?
Mhm.
During the
Trying.
Are you kidding me?
You did say that
You
a lot.
You have to
kidding
be
me.
careful doing impressions.
I love it.
I don't know Brian, so I can't. I went to
Oh my
question.
goodness.
No, I don't know him either. No.
I only heard it if I was watching a live stream because I'm so used to muting the camera people that I don't listen to you guys. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna bring this up. Well, we already know your favorite courses because we got to put them on our new little info sheets for our guests. But why
Yep.
is it your favorite course? And yes, GARGAR Bot's favorite course, we are here.
Yeah.
And that wasn't on
I'm-
purpose.
No. You told me where we were going to be. I went, that's my favorite course. And then you said, what's your favorite course? And I went, I'm answering things in the wrong order again, aren't I?
We'll
Um,
reprogram
those-
him after.
Yeah, my main circuitry's in COBOL, and that confuses everybody.
Yeah.
Um,
Confused me with that.
Well, this is the course that I always get people to first play, because a lot of people say a mini golf course isn't a proper mini golf course unless it's got a windmill. And so I said to my friend that asked that, windmill, you're in the windmill. And he went, what? And I went, you're in the windmill and you're playing across the... It's amazing. And he went, okay, I'll get one. And yeah, we played all the time. but also the treasure hunt. When I first went round this, I was thinking, oh, look, there's someone lives there, or they got the washing up. And then you do the treasure hunt and you put people in the houses. And it's like, they're not here at the moment, but this is definitely alive. And it feels
I
like
get
it's
you.
actually happening.
I get you.
I loved it.
Good. Good. And Parody?
Shout out to Melody and the bearded driver watching now online.
I love
Thanks for your comments. Keep them coming.
Gothic Heart has always been my favorite course. And
Yes, I'm with you. That.
every time a new one comes out, it's like, maybe this one will take over. And it's like, no, nothing
Yeah,
beats it. I love
it
the
has-
Gothic
it has for me.
theme.
It has
And
for
I
me.
love the rain. And then, like, not only just the course, but I also love the music to that one. I have a tendency of flying around to the music once I get down in the dungeon because I love it.
Nice.
There's music?
How did you? Yeah, I think there is,
Proper
but
classical
we never have
music.
it on.
And all the
Yeah, we
twinkling
remember that
lights
stuff.
The
down
real
in the
stuff.
dungeon. I absolutely just love the whole like essence of that course.
We'll
Even
talk
though it
about
took
that
me a
later.
while to get good at it, but love
How
it.
did you like when they had the laser rain? Do you remember that? That was
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That
People
was fun.
lost their onions over that. I was like, all right, the rain's a bit bright. Calm down. They'll sort it out.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It reminded me of the in like Beauty and the Beast, right before he transforms. That like weird, crazy rain happening.
nice. All right. So from
Right,
Stevie Wonder. Oh, go ahead.
I'll say Mickey's got a question
Okay.
just for Parody and Gargar Man. She's always wondered on the origins of everyone's name tags, gamer tags, where it came from, both of you. We'll start with Gargar Man. We'll start with Gargar Man.
Well, my nephew started calling me Gaga when he was starting talking, so that just became Gaga everything. And, and I wanted people to realise that I was actually an adult on the internet, so I thought, man, that would do it.
And now you've gone
That'll
bot.
really set him straight.
Yeah, and now I've been renamed by Parody to Gaga Bot on our server,
Oh, okay.
which was over my birthday weekend. So I realised it and was like, oh, did I do that? I don't remember doing that.
Yeah. Lots of
and then
alcohol was
Parody came
consumed.
clean. There was an amount.
Yes. Good.
Well, he's
good.
been slowly becoming more and more of his robot persona. And
Yeah.
and then it's always weird that it's Gargar Man. It's like it should be Gargar Bot. You're a robot now.
And Parody, how did you get your name?
Oh, I've had this gamer tag probably since I was like a teenager. Because
nice.
Parody is my maiden name. And I always thought it was funny because no one would ever think that that would actually be my maiden name. They just think, oh, she likes parodies, so she's funny and likes comedy and stuff like that. So they would never actually be like, oh, you just put your name on there.
And now everybody knows.
So it was my own personal joke. Whenever I'd meet new people, I'd be like, nobody gets it but me.
Now we all get it.
Yeah.
And we all just know you're using your name. All right.
Okay, moving on.
Question from Stevie Wonderful to you guys. How do you manage disputes, suggestions, and complaints?
Well, suggestions go in a hat.
Yeah. We have major
still in there?
discussions in our little modifier channel that we have for all of our
If it's not
mods.
if it's not too crazy, we'll consider stuff. But it's you have to. A lot of requests tend to be geared towards an individual's preference.
Yes.
And there's a lot of
Yes.
people playing this of all different skill levels, so you have to sort of go, right, okay, but that would affect them badly, or that would boost them unfairly. So
Be all right.
you have to, yeah, you have to sort of consider everything. But we go, okay, we've heard you.
If
And
it's
then we
not
try to,
broken,
like-
if it's not broken, why fix it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you start losing people, then you need to fix it.
Mhm.
If you're gaining people, nothing needs to be done then, does it? It must be going well.
Yeah, we've
Bad
been
Wolf
trying
put
to
up a
come up with
picture.
different things and tweaking them a little bit.
Bad Wolf put up a picture of a garbage can. Send complaints. Get filed here. That's kind of how it happens over on mine too. Like I run things the way I need to run them. The end.
They get fed into my long-term memory bank and will be retrieved at some point.
Yeah, the disputes are hard when everybody starts arguing because it's like we're supposed to be all adults. Like the Q3AD is 18 plus, but
No.
Is it,
But
Tell
then
you
It's a
how
sometimes
question.
I
I
feel like
handle
I'm
that.
running.
They start
Yeah, I feel like
arguing.
I'm
I
running around.
literally, I'll
here's a
close
question
the
for you.
chat down. I just close that. I close it.
We're done.
I put up a new one. I
I-
individually contact the others and like,
there
we
was
aren't doing this.
I can't remember what it was or what they were all arguing about. But I went in there and started going, okay, hang on, what the hell like that? And then started vaguely sorting out, and then you turned up and go, oi. And I went, run away, run away.
And it all
There
stopped.
I am.
Here's a question. Here's a question for you and for Chris. I don't want names, and for anybody who's watching who runs a league, do you think you've got people on your server that cheat,
Yes.
and have you done something about it?
Yes. Oh, I don't run a server. Sorry, I was just ad-libbing.
I mean, I
How
would
would you
like to
cheat?
think that people
Well,
can
well,
have
there's-
cheat,
there's-
but I
well, you
wouldn't
can
be
have-
surprised
Oh,
if somebody found a way.
Well,
Especially
I'll tell you
Hope
about
they shop
10
in
right
the
now.
scorecard.
if they just did like a proxy, but then like they convinced the proxy to let them like redo the course a bunch of times so they get a better score or something. Like I wouldn't be surprised. I would like to think
that's why.
everybody has that integrity to not do that and to play it
Yeah,
honestly.
well, that's why I know on Chris's league for the KWT, if you're going out of a time slot, you have to put the time that you are actually starting
I will
before you
say,
start.
as he already knew,
But-
we did have a problem with that. And if I do catch somebody outright cheating, I will lifetime ban your ass. It doesn't bother me. So I
Big
do
bad ban
have,
hammer
I
comes
have
out.
2 of the best players in the world banned from my server because they did a stupid thing and they cheated and got caught restarting.
Mhm.
So it does happen sometimes. But like she said, I would like to think that, for the most part, it doesn't happen. But
Who's she?
sorry, parody.
Queen Bee parody.
But I do know that, it happens, and we do the best that we can to watch for it. And if we see it, we take care of it.
Yep.
Mhm.
At the end of the
I didn't
game, we're
know you
grown
got-
adults playing children's games.
Children's
Get over
costume
yourself.
games.
Have a laugh. Yeah.
I think that's where. I think that's why we used to play a lot of 3v3s, and people won't play with us now because we take the piss. We have a laugh.
We just have a bit of fun.
So they refuse to play with us because we're not serious. and we
One
usually
day, Gaga,
lessons.
when you're doing a live stream, I'll come in and commentate for you.
Yeah, no worries.
Have you seen me
Yeah, 'cause
commentate?
No, I mean,
Have you not?
do the viewers get the option to mute or?
Oh, yeah.
We
Oh, yeah.
require it on most of our
They
streams.
never do, but
No, the viewers.
the viewers.
What
Well,
I'll
I
do,
can
I'll
tell
do,
you
I'll do
this.
2 simultaneous streams, one with you commentating, and we'll just judge the numbers.
yes.
I will tell you what, my viewership went way up when I brought Tricky and Stewie on because people started watching just to see what I'd let them say on freaking live stream.
What will they say next?
Oh, yeah.
A long
All
time
right,
ago,
let's
before I
go.
started streaming the courses,
Mhm.
I used to stream just our group, just so that a friend of mine and my girlfriend at the time could watch because they were interested. And my friend found out that I was streaming to
What was you
Twitch. and
streaming?
no one, just Walkabout mini golf, but our group play.
Oh, right. Sorry, you got me confused when you said your girlfriend and you were streaming for her.
No.
Oh, right. Okay.
Well, no, that's a different channel.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on a whole
I don't
different
have the link for
network.
that.
Send us a link.
That's
We'll
21
put it
and up.
online.
But he made it
Oh,
his
yeah.
mission. He made it his mission to try and get me banned from Twitch by saying whatever he could, the most inappropriate things he could possibly think of, and I still wasn't.
No.
Mind you,
Nice.
I suppose you have to be reported in order to get banned, and there was no one watching, so
So it didn't matter.
no.
Musical TV just put a comment on for Chris.
Yeah, I saw that.
I presume.
Let me,
it could be.
let's
It could
do
be from.
this one
It could be
real
from. Oh, go on.
So let's go ahead and do the who's your favorite player for you guys. We're just going to keep this rolling as quick as we can because we are doing extra questions with you guys than we normally do. So,
Okay.
but let's go with
just spit
who's
my
your
beer.
favorite player.
To play
Since
with
I've got
and
him on the
against.
screen.
To play with and
it's-
against.
It's all my brethren's in 3A. It's I've been playing with him every Wednesday for the last 3 odd years now, however long it's been.
Did you say your brother?
Darth, no, my brethren.
Oh, right.
Wean, Papa
I don't know what
Grinch,
that means.
Joe
Don't know what that
Bale, and
He's just
Darth
being
Dengler.
loyal to his own server.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
makes me-
Well, no,
makes me sick. Makes you sick.
They're my crew, I've gone out and met them
There's
all
no
in real
splitting
life
them
as
up.
well.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, won't split us up. We're yeah,
So,
Solid.
some rooms are
Love it.
definitely locked in,
yeah.
and there's never any changing anybody in those rooms because they
And what
are
about you, Parody?
stuck. My favorite person to play with is Savvy. She's my girl.
Hmm.
Yep.
She makes
I've played with her a
every
lot.
game entertaining. We have a blast whenever we play a game.
Yes.
So glad I dragged her into my room. And
Oh, well, I know about this.
That sounds a bit wrong. There's GARGAR man video in this. 3 minutes.
I wipe my memory every time, but it still stays in there.
in the back memory bank. My favorite person to play against would probably be Matt. Just 'cause-
916.
Yep, Matt
69.
916.
69er and whatever.
Because
Yeah,
I've been
that.
playing with Matt since Q3AD. We were in the
Yep.
same room.
He won't
way
come on the
back.
show. He won't give me a date
And-
for a show, though.
He's way better than me, so he brings out that more like competitive edge, and then I always feel amazing the like random round where I actually beat him, and I'm like, yeah. And it's always only by one stroke, and I will take it and I will screenshot it and save it.
I think that's what's so good about
Be
this
like, I
game.
beat him.
I think that's what's so good about this game because everyone's got a good game in them and they can beat anybody. You could have a
Mhm.
good game and you just a bad game. I think that makes it so good.
Yeah.
Apart from
So-
Tricky, I don't think he's got a game in full stop, but you know.
I've not got a
From-
good game
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
From
I
musical.
love when he complains about his bad round, and yet he has like one of the best scores. of the
ATV.
week. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
trying
man,
to be
such a
your
bad
first
round.
person to win the elite one season and end up an amateur the next. Scores like It's been a rough ride lately. Anyways, let's go over this.
Roller
No,
coaster
not
of
really,
emotions.
but it's been rough. Musical ATV would like to know, which I know the answer to this, but we're gonna ask it. Will there be another mixed doubles
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've made the
Yeah.
webpage now. We're using
that
that
goes
one
in
once.
between every season?
Took me ages.
Oh
Right?
yeah. Yep. So we do our little like mini mixed doubles season during our playoffs, just so that way the people who don't make the playoffs or who have been knocked out of the playoffs still have something to look forward to every week and still have
Yep.
that mini golf rather than just having to wait and like watch the playoff matches. It's like, oh, you can work on the mixed doubles while we also do it in tandem
Yep.
with the playoffs and the finals and all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Got to keep the mini
Which
golf
this
going.
is-
Don't
she's
want them to
new.
forget about us.
Right? She's very new, so she hadn't been in here before. So this must have been her most likely first mixed
Mhm.
doubles.
Nice.
But yes, this is something that they do, and I've been involved a few times. I like mixed doubles. All right, you're gonna move on.
Keep the comments
We're,
coming, guys.
we're
Keep the
seeing her
comments coming.
scores get better and better and better. It's
Mhm.
Yes.
amazing.
Yep, she's been working really hard over on the monthlies and playing with some excellent players over there as well, who's been helping teach courses and shots. And
Oh,
all
thanks.
right,
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for commenting. Thanks.
What?
You were talking about me, weren't
Yeah, that's it.
you?
Shooter McGavin. And this is a general question, but I'm going to aim this over to Tricky. When you are putting and you pull your shots, do you adjust your feet or your hands?
Okay. I adjust my feet. And the reason I adjust my feet is because I actually play real golf. I quite like walking around GARGAR.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. So
I've
yeah,
got
I mean,
legs.
I adjust my feet. So if I pull a shot or push a shot, I want to keep my swing the same, but I need to
Mhm.
adjust my position ever so
Yeah.
slightly. So what me and Chris always say when we do teaching is, if you've missed a shot, don't stand there and do it again and do it again and do it again. You want to move yourself away,
So,
look at yourself, do a replay, look at yourself and see what you're doing, and then adjust yourself to that. If you just stand in the same position and hit the same shot over and over and over again, you're never going to get any better.
but it's,
So
it's
to
the
me-
whole body. You can't just turn the club a little bit. That's not going to
No.
help.
No,
It's gonna-
no. You have to set yourself. Your swing's your swing. You need to bring it straight back, straight forward, which is difficult because anybody who's ever played golf, when you're swinging like a pendulum, you're going to always have that slight open on the backswing and slight close on the forward swing. So it's just trying to keep that square. If you're trying to adjust your wrists, you're emphasizing the open and the shut part of the swing. So you
I
need
was
to
amazed-
adjust yourself and not your.
I was amazed
your
at
opponent.
just how accurate this feels to real putting when I first played.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
that is exactly what I would have expected if I was hitting this in the real world. They
Well, like me, I
really
mean,
nailed it.
my power is on 55. I've always putted on 55 because to me, when I'm out playing normal golf, that's how hard I would hit that putt for that distance.
Yeah.
Chris keeps saying to me, "You need to up it. You need to go up it so you can. The longer shots are better." I'll be rubbish.
Yeah, I tried. Lost in orbit somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I would suggest if you hit a shot and you pull it or push it, just move yourself away, watch your replay, go back, adjust your feet, and go again. Not your
Bend
hands.
your knees.
A lot of times you'll see you are not you're not in line with your shot of where you want to remember that when you pull your trigger, it does line you up, but there are certain holes that it does not line you up necessarily correctly. So you
No.
want to make sure that you are parallel to where you want it to go. If you're not aiming to where you want to go physically, you're not going to have your swing go where you want it to go. It's going to go where
No,
your body's
absolutely.
aimed at.
Well, like
Yeah.
GARGAR just said, is you got to keep your hands in the same position because I know a lot of players, myself included, when you've got a 2 or 3 foot putt, you just fly down to it, swing and hit,
Yeah, don't do
and
that.
you'll miss it 9 times out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
You've still got to line that putter up to the hole.
And the other thing is keeping your head down, looking at where the ball was, and noticing
Yes.
the ball's gone, and then looking up. People
Yeah.
say, "What difference it make? What difference it make where your head is?" Well, if your
Ask
head
me
does
about
that, it pulls your shoulder
Yeah.
up, and everything goes that way.
Well, in real
It's
golf,
amazing.
we have a saying. We have a saying that, do you want to see all of a bad shot or half a good shot? So,
Good one.
yeah.
Listen, rather than change my feet, maybe I change my posture. Probably needs moving my feet as well, but I'm a great one. If you don't feel comfortable, fly away, then hit your trigger, come back and reset yourself.
Yes.
Don't
absolutely.
just stand there and
100%.
don't just stand there and just try and get comfortable. Fly away and come back and just reset yourself. Because
Yeah.
if you just
Fly out the
stay
map a
there,
little bit, scream
Yeah.
into the abyss for 20 minutes.
Yes.
Come back
More than
again.
that sometimes.
A lot
Yeah.
calmer.
because I'm not being funny. If you hit the replay like Tricky's saying, you get people like Tricky saying, "I'm bored, watching too many replays every shot."
Yeah, I'm not saying hit 5, 6, 7 replays.
No, but, I know,
just-
but I'm just saying. So just fly away. Second goes back over there, then just come straight back and reset yourself
Yeah.
and go
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. That's what you need to do.
Just
Oh,
get
Chris
your
is
head
gone.
in the right spirits.
Oh.
That's your
She
job.
ran
Yes,
away.
indeed.
Disappeared
I
into
don't
the...
blame her. I'd run away as well.
No,
Yeah.
all of a sudden my husband's headset just started like it's making that charging noise, not charging, and it's on 15%. So I ran and got a
Oh, shit.
different battery.
Guy B's
Yeah, it's
now
like I
hit the
said, it's
trigger.
not.
Guy
not
B's
yet.
Guy B's just watching. He has put a comment on. I'm here now. You can start the show.
Oh, thanks, Guy B.
Is that Guy B that does know what time to start the bracket?
Yeah.
Yes, that would be.
Oh, that's
Guy
the same
B
one, is it?
literally says that it needs to be done by 1 o'clock Eastern. So
He
the
turns up
bracket
at 10 to 2.
starts when the game's. So after the game drops, somewhere's around noon.
Yeah.
All right.
But we're not
So
mentioning
we're
any
gonna go
names.
Guy B. Nope, no names at all.
No.
All right. So, Shooter McGavin to Parody. Why do you assign rooms unlike KWT and MNM? And these are all
That's a
these
great
are all questions
question.
that just came in. Yeah.
I do it because the thing that I always liked most about our Walkabout Wednesdays is the private scorecards.
Mm-hmm.
All the lovely British people like to complain as it is about when course announcements happen because they have less time to practice than everybody else, but at the same time us later players would also get a huge advantage if it was public that everybody could see, because then you can look at everybody else and be like, oh, I just have to beat this score, or this is what I'm aiming for now. And I never liked that. I like that it's kind of more private. And if I could figure out a way to have the rooms be more like pick your own and fluid, like an M&M and stuff like that, that would be great. But I don't know how to make it have private scorecard submissions, because then there's the rest of the people in the group who are like, this person said they'd send it to you. Did they send it to you? And then I also don't need 20,000 DMs and trying to hunt down people who are like, well, I played, but you took my scorecard, where to go? So then this way you have your own private little threads. You can post the scorecards, and the only people who see it are the people that you played with, versus everybody else being like, oh, what'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you get?
Not very much.
If anybody knows of a way to easily do that.
I know how you can do it. Yes, I do know how to do it, but here's the problem. And what you think would happen with them going, did this person send it in? Did this person send it in? Because you can make the channels so that there's no permission for read history, which makes it so as soon as it's put in there, it disappears for anybody who does not have read history checked for them. However, that means that the people that they played with, they would not see if that card went in or not. So you could still end up with, now most likely you would end up with it after you put out the fact of, who won and all this, unfortunately. So, but there is a way to do it. I could talk you through it, but
or you'd
it
have
doesn't
2 or
take
3 people.
off that particular issue. That
you'd
could
have 2 or 3
happen.
people putting the same card in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tried one of those.
I think
I'd like how you do
it also gets a nice sort of mini community in our community. I say my room, shall not be parted.
Yeah.
And then that way everybody can kind of, everybody can chat within their group to be like, hey, I'm running, 5 minutes late, or
yeah, but you can see our chat. We can't piss you off.
Yeah, I get to see everybody's. I am so nosy. I get to see them all. I'm sure sometimes I'll pop in with a random comment here and there, yeah, I'm reading all this.
Our group baits you in for comments. Are you kidding?
Yeah, that's why we do
it. There was someone asking if someone said, "Oh, I wonder if we get extra points for a well-cropped scorecard." And I went, it's considered. They went, look, you're here. Yep.
I'm secretly watching.
Musical ATV. I get that they do that. And what I just explained to Parody is how they do that. That has to do with that setting. But again, that setting does have big time drawbacks to it.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? It's
absolutely. It is. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go. So we are about 35 minutes in. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do our, we got 2 questions left. So you are very popular this week, Parody. So friggin' name. Will my finger do? Will my finger do to Parody?
Probably.
How will you decide where to put the players from the Fresh League? I know this. No, lean into it. Should probably be elite.
Yeah.
He's kicking
Yeah.
our
I'm sure
ass.
that will be zero surprise where he's going. All the Leafs are going to be very sad when I put him there.
We might need to make a new league.
At the top.
We're used to calling him.
Yeah. So that was a big thing that we've been coming across with our scoring and everything, is what to do when we get new players that have never played in a previous season, because we all know that a lot of players like to downplay how good they are. So if we just ask them like, hey, where would you go? Everybody's going to say amateur. It's like, I know y'all are not amateurs. Knock it off.
You didn't know I
I'm
wouldn't.
I'm
You
no
put me in
pro.
semi-pro.
Well, that was because I wanted to try to keep them even. So that was my slight OCD problem there.
Optimistic.
Semi-pro was an uneven number and it bothered me.
I try to downplay how bad I am.
But yeah, we figured if we put all the new people in their own little fresh meat category and then wait till they've played the first 8 weeks of the season, then we can get an idea of what their scoring's like and what kind of where they're at. And then after that 8 weeks, which is coming up, we'll place them into the divisions that kind of match where they're at. So
Mm-hmm.
Leenan and Matt
Are coming
sorry, they'll be going to elite.
No kidding.
The numbers are ridiculous.
How is that even
But it's
possible?
like if your, weekly scores are right around the same kind of weekly scores as a bunch of the people in the pro category, then we'll put you in with the pros. Or, okay, most of them are more with the semi-pro scoring, then that's where they're going to go. Just so then that way it's not like a TrickyDicky ending up in semi-pro.
Yay!
Or
Do you have
one
a
season we
division
had
below
somebody in
amateur?
amateur that we moved to pro.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it was Doxson,
The
Mr. hmm
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't even
He's
I
been
don't even
playing
know
forever.
he
the
was an
score
amateur
of
to
the
begin
next-
with. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we wanted to
Yeah.
eliminate that as best as we could because we don't want somebody to just demolish,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
an
not
good
easier
for everybody.
division. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's not good for morale. They're not
everybody.
going to be.
No.
The rest of the people in there is not going to try, and it's like this seemed like a fair way to kind of assess what everybody's putting level is, and then
Yeah.
put them in the groups accordingly. And then since it's 8 weeks in and we're a 12-week season, that still gives everybody a couple of weeks to adjust and be like, oh man, here's
Mhm.
these new people, here's their scores, so y'all better start stepping up. Leaning's quite a bit ahead of most of y'all.
That's okay.
Well, just
I
easing them
barely
in
ever
gently.
golf anymore, so
I'm the
we're
same.
too busy doing this.
Yeah, I don't golf much. I spend way too much time trying to run it all. I don't have time to
Yeah.
actually practice.
Well, here we go with the next
I spend more
question.
time. Oh, go on.
Mama Goats to parody. Well, and it's going to be you two because I know you help. How much
Oh, yeah.
time a week does it take to run all of this? And
Oh my gosh, a lot.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
I learned. Yeah, go on.
just the league part
Mhm.
itself, I spend several hours every week, especially
Mhm.
after Wednesday, to go through all the scorecards and put in all the information and then make
Oh,
all
yeah.
the like graphics and figure everything out. And then I say, okay, I put the numbers in. And then GARGAR has to do his crazy robot thing, make the website happen, which I'm sure he spends a quadruple amount of time working on that than I do just trying to
That's what he tells you, but once you set it up, it's easy.
Well, that's kind of what I've been trying to do. Is I was off work for a month and a half, so I went right and sat there and tried to code a load of stuff to automate a lot of it. So all Parody has to do is fill in the scorecards, press a button, and then it sends it to the web page, sorts them all into the different groups and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I thought, in my head, that's easy. Jeez, it wasn't. I spent most of a month learning how to do that, and for a robot, it feels embarrassing.
We
But
spend many hours.
we're nearly there. We're nearly there that it's foolproof, and I shouldn't have said that because it's going to break next time.
It's
Oh,
gonna-
that is
Now-
gonna
now
Remember,
he's
it's
gonna
kicked
be
you in the
ass.
ass.
I
Yeah.
shouldn't have said that.
Well, I
No,
know
you
That's
shouldn't
that
have.
myself and Chris spend many hours setting this up and getting everything in the right place, removing what was there last week, replacing it with this week's, making
Yeah.
sure it's all in order.
I've come a
Do you-
long
do you-
way on
do you
my
make
graphic
yourself little
making.
cheat sheets? Right, I've done that bit. I've done that bit. I've done that bit. Tick
Well,
that.
luckily we can
Actually,
see it
the
all on screen. So
OBS, the
Yeah.
OBS is the cheat sheet. Everything gets set up on OBS, and so each section has its own thing. So we literally go through. Plus, I use the Stream Deck,
Yeah.
and we go
Yeah.
through button by button. That's how we make sure we double check it. Like 5 times to make sure everything's in
Yeah.
place and going. So it
Yeah.
takes
Yeah.
right around 10-12 hours normally.
yeah, just to set
We
this little bit
spend
up,
setting this up.
Well,
and that's
I
nothing
had
to
a
do with
bit
the
of a
leagues and everything else.
I had a bit of a marathon stream session for the playoffs. I think it was not the playoffs. The one after.
Yes.
I think it was 7 hours nearly in a row, and I wrote out this massive sheet of all right. I've been there. This is the room name. This is who's in it. Have I set it
Yep.
to Twitch? Have I changed the
That's it.
details? Have I put it onto YouTube? Have I done?
Yep.
Tick, 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 tick. The only one that I forgot to do was the one at the bottom. Because I got to it right. Done that. Going to bed.
I can't even. I don't even know how many hours I spend working on the playoff stuff because I don't do sports, so I don't know much about like playoff things.
T1000
So
is
trying to figure out how to do all of that hurts my brain. So I'm really glad that this season I've
T1000.
roped Matt
Oh,
into
big,
how
big,
college
big
buddy.
up for GARGAR for sorting the trophies as well.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
that was
those
a
are
lot of
awesome.
fun.
Which I still
That
haven't
was
taken my
great
photo.
fun.
I need to do
Nah,
that. I have
no.
it here.
That was fun. Yeah, as I say, I was off work for ages, so that pretty much kept me sane making those.
No.
But,
we got
yeah,
our cool
that was a giggle.
trophies, which
Yes,
came
they
out
were awesome.
amazing. That was a lot of
Yeah.
discussion and planning between all of us of what it
What do you
should
think of
look
this?
like
Should do that.
and what can we do, and especially late at night, GARGAR bot likes to come up with lots of fun, interesting
Yeah.
suggestions that he throws into our little chat of like, let's make keychains and coasters.
Let's do this. Let's do that. I've got just a little tickle of the ADHD. When I say a little tickle, it's like I've been hitting the baseball bat with the
He's
stuff.
his own suggestion box. So
And I'll have 4 hours at 2 a.m. and I'm like, right, I've got all the ideas and I must do them all at the same time, all at once. So poor old Parody gets an ear bashing on the admin's going, we're going to do this, let's do that, let's do
we
this.
try to rein him back in, but
Oh yeah.
And
My
that's just
Let him
my
have it.
admin crew. My admin crew is very glad that I stopped staying up all night because there was a point where they would go to bed and then they'd wake up the next day with new leagues to track because I'm like that only for me it's adding leagues.
Oh
like,
yeah.
what just happened? Oh, look at this.
They'd wake up and they're like, what the hell now?
Yes,
All
indeed.
right.
Yeah,
Now-
and I spend lots of time even doing just like at least an hour every day just going through our everything else because it is our group isn't just the mini golf league. Like a lot of different Discord chat groups that I'm in are solely just mini golf leagues and tournaments.
Yep.
But ours is more of a community too, so I got to constantly be going through and reading all the other stuff to make sure that there's no fighting, people are staying on topic, trying to organize new like Beat Saber tournaments and everything else because at least half of the 300-ish people in our server are Beat Saber people, and I don't want them to feel like they're left out just because I lean more towards playing mini golf.
I've got to get working on their webpage soon.
All right. We have about 15 minutes to get through this stuff. So we're going to switch on over to our first server, which we did put up, you guys. So we have the Q3AD coming up on the screen. We have the fresh meat, which is, as we said, lean into it. And he is in first. I think that says 140. 148 under. Damn. Matt at 133, and Will My Finger Do at 94. Amateur Nick, Shaggy, and Amy. And those are 88. Might even be easier just not to read the numbers up. 71 and 73 under. Nice job, guys. The semi-pro group, Norb at -89. Darth Dingler at 79. And, GARGAR Man at 76. You didn't change that one to bot, people. All right, on the pro, Knockout G 116, Dawn Sophia 106, and Breeze 102.
Nice.
Over in the Elite, we have T1000 at 142, Slappy and TrickyDicky at 135, and Derby Daz at 133.
Ooh, I got lucky.
You played pretty damn well last week. All right, so solo aces. It looked like there's 3 of them. Hole 12, Maximus. Hole 13, Parody for Life.
Parody.
Nice job.
Yay!
Yes.
2 in a row. I got one last week too.
Nice. Hole 14, End It Now, DMD. Most ace hole was hole 18. I'm not surprised when it comes to Journey Easy on that one.
17 was quite easy.
I hit
Just
the
saying.
same damn shot and mine stat in front of it.
Chris, you had a dribbler.
That's the worst.
I noticed. All right, so total 112 aces, median score -15. Highest score was a 22 under. TrickyDicky, Slappy, and is that Menace? And most
Menace.
aces, 4 aces by TrickyDicky.
Oh, yeah.
Now, as we said on their server,
Overachiever.
they do have
Lucky.
on their server, they do have more than just the mini golf. So for this reason, I did put up, when you go to their server to sign up, you want to look for this section here where it says Walkabout Wednesdays, and they have their league announcements and divisional. Everything is right there, and I'm showing it to you on the screen right now, guys. So if you're going in for mini golf, go find this, and it will help on how to do everything.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yep.
And we are going to head on over to Chris's leagues. Now I'm going to break away for this video real quick. Here we go, guys.
Break away.
Hey guys, Princess Bankshaw here with Chris's Leagues. Now you'll see that we made a couple changes. So we put these bells up here on the top to make it much easier to see that we in fact have a sign up area, and everything that we have available to sign up for right now is here. So all you're going to do, if you'd like to play the KWT, which plays every weekend, you'll click on KWT, and then you're going to come down here, and our signups are each weekend. They're room signups. You're going to click on the link for room signups. Now, when you get to room signups, you're going to see a lot of posts here. Now, what you want to do is you want to find the day and time that you would like to play. Our times run from 7 a.m. Eastern on Friday mornings to 3 a.m. Eastern Mondays. This is to give plenty of time for everybody to get their games in. Now, all you need to do when you come to this sign up area, find that time that you would like, and you're just going to do this. You're going to react to it however you would like. So you're going to go ahead, you're going to thumbs it up. And then when it's time to play, you're going to go jump in the room that is listed. Now I'm jumping in. I have it clicked to this one. So if I was going to go play this at 2 p.m. Eastern, I need to be in there by 2 p.m. Eastern. I want to be in a couple minutes early. And I would put in room code KWT4. Now, if I wanted to join and I didn't want to play with any of the youth members that do play the KWT, I would join one of the A rooms. So our KWT number and then A, those are our adult only rooms. We do know we have a lot of players who like to play with only adults, so we do have that option, and every playtime we have that option. All right, super, super easy. Now, the KWT also plays the monthlies courses. So we're going to come over here. If you want to join our monthly challenge league, you're going to come to sign ups. You're going to click on monthlies, which we use often as shorthand for this. We have the little air fingers pointing at the monthlies to make it easier to see. So we're going to click there. Now to join the monthlies, all you need to do is type down here that you would like to join. You can tag me, Princess Bankshot, and I will get you set up as a playing member on the monthlies. Awesome, guys. Thanks so much. And we're going to keep making a bit of adjustments so that the site is a little bit easier to understand. And I really hope this helps. Have a great afternoon. Princess Bankshot, out.
We are
Welcome
live.
back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed that little video. We've tried tidying it up for not. The thing is, the people that have been on there for years know it and understand it. I decided that with Chris that we should tidy it up a little bit and make it more appealing and easier to find. So all the newer players are thinking, oh, good, I can find it. I know what I'm looking for. All the older players that have been there for years can't find shit anymore because we've moved it.
We're in default mode, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Slappy said something to me, and Tricky happened to be in the room with me, and I went, him! I'm throwing him under the bus. It was all his idea.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, they were talking about it before I got in the room. As soon as I got in the room, he went, "You're a dick." I went, "What?" So yeah, so we are trying to tidy it up and make it easier for the newer players that want to join and come and play to find stuff and get involved. So that's why we've done this.
It is very hard because, as most people know, our server runs so many. Now, we do run only mini golf, but we are one of the only servers that not just run mini golf, that only run mini golf, that run so many different type of leagues that there's only so much we can do to make things easy to find, which is also why most of our stuff on our Discord is done privately. We have a lot of roles with private permissions so that you only can see what you're in for most of our server, but there's still a lot of that we have to leave there for you guys to, come join and head on over. And we're doing what we can to make it visible and for newer players to understand. But
again, it's the
you
balance,
got a
isn't it?
lot
Giving
going
the
on
options.
when you first join yours. It's a lot.
I know.
It's like the first thing you should do in Q3AD is mute everything and then unmute the things that you want to be involved
That's what we're kind of trying to say with Chris.
Every channel.
Yes. Yeah.
Every server.
I think I'm classed for these older players that's been there too long because things have moved. So I went back to the channel to find them. And
you should never rearrange the grocery store. That's just rude.
Why do they do
We
that?
know where the cereal is. Why did you move the cereal?
Well, everybody goes.
You say about that. You say about the grocery stores. When you're sweaty, you have to put your hands down there and adjust the groceries.
Oh my God.
The man vegetables.
And the vegetables,
Amateur top 3 for the KWT. We had Peach in first, Sandtrap in second, and Wicked Shack in third. Pro.
Yeah, semi-pro down there.
Semi-pro.
Because she has not played. So in the KWT, you have to keep a certain point standing to keep your position at the end of the season. So if they did not play enough, they do lose their position in there. It runs very similar to the WMGT tourney. But as soon as, so these guys are most likely moving. As soon as they get a score in that gives them that higher position, they'll move there next week. So our people move throughout the season. They don't only move at the end of the season. Yeah. So semi-pro, we have Sticky in first, Lynn in second, and in third.
Who?
Well done, guys.
Remember, we just call him Tag.
Oh yeah, that one there. Yeah.
Okay.
See that name?
Yeah.
That guy.
I call him
Except
Tag in his
battery
whole
low.
location.
Hieroglyphic squiggle. Yeah.
Yeah. So, the KWT Pro, we had Molly in first, Neo Impossible in second, and in third was a tie between Go Marino and Maximus. Nice job, guys.
Well
Now,
done,
up in
guys.
elites, we had in first Indy, in second was in first was Zanetti. I know, I just read the wrong name. In first was Zanetti this week. In second was Indy. And in third was Big Jaw and Derby Daz. Now, don't forget, we do have the new course tourney. It is still up. And when we checked earlier, we had 14 from the 32 available. This is a one-day. What are you doing on top of my camera?
He never reached that one,
Anyways,
Parody. He said that,
this-
didn't
This
I
is a
didn't use your button.
one-day tourney. This is a one-day tourney. If you're in it the whole time, it does last about 5 hours, but hopefully it will not go. It doesn't always go the whole 5 hours. And
when's this
it
tournament?
is single elimination. What?
he? When's the tournament? I know when it is, but
I know I'm trying to look.
It's
It's,
just the new course.
the Saturday
yeah,
the 28th.
it is the new course.
Saturday the 28th.
26th.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
we don't
okay.
do it the day it drops. So we do a one-day tourney over the weekend. The weekend it drops.
Okay. Got you.
The Saturday
Takes-
28th, yeah.
We start them at noon EST. The first round must be played by 1 EST, and that keeps our UK members and our US members. It keeps everybody at a decent hour to play. It has to be
Damn,
done
living on this
within 5
crazy
hours.
ball.
I know,
Oh my
right?
gosh! Don't even get me started trying to figure out time zones.
Oh well, most of my crew, a lot of our crew is.
My
in
battery
the
is just about to
UK.
die
All right,
On
that's
which
not
one?
good.
On which one?
on my headset.
All of them.
Why?
Oh no.
You know what we spoke about
For
earlier?
robots like me, that's
Did you not
terrifying.
push
That
the
happened
button?
to you,
You
didn't
didn't
it?
push the Bobo button, did you?
No.
Take the
Alright.
cable out of the boat. Take the cable out of the Bobo battery and
Ay-yi-yi.
plug it in the side, and it will keep you going.
I've just done that.
Put the small one in.
No,
Where's
The
Parody?
small
I
one.
didn't see it.
I did a huge thing about the wattages of.
Put the
Can't
small
see
one in,
anybody.
Tricky. That charges it. Put the small one in.
I'll be all right. When it's dead, it's dead.
All
Anyway.
right, so over on the
He's used
ladies'
to putting the
league,
small one in.
guys.
Yeah.
This is an older
Sorry.
picture, so we have. It looks like there's 7, but last we checked, there's 23 of 32 people signed up, and there's only about 2 days left to sign up for their tourney. So if you want to head on over to the ladies' league for those ladies that want to get
Yes,
involved in this
definitely.
tournament. Yep,
I'm
they
s-
do
I'm s-
need
I'm s-
more players.
I'm signing up now.
Ha ha ha.
I
Every
don't
once in a
think
while, I pop into the
I
ladies.
don't think I'd sneak under the radar.
No, I
think
don't
it'll be
think you would.
Hello,
No,
I'm here
I-
to play in the ladies' league, please.
I heard you're a big pussy, so you might be all right.
Who have you been talking to? Everyone I know.
Over in M&M this week on the podium was Derby Daz with a -24 on Missed Hard.
Yeah, well done,
And
Daz.
then
Well
in
done.
second was Stroke Limit Reached with a -23. And in third, it was a 3-way tie with JTVC, Menem, and Doherty.
We've not been mentioned, Tricky. What's going on?
Because I'm shit.
All right, I'll just check it.
Tricky got lots of mentions on mine for the week with his
Yeah.
high score in most aces.
Yes,
Yeah,
he did.
got lucky.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
on Wednesday.
It can happen to anybody.
Had a rough Monday. It happens.
Did old T come on and put your headset on or something?
Yeah, he must have done. Yeah.
For the solo aces, Menem, hole 8, 12, Big Jaw, and 18, Will My Finger Do? Also,
I hope so,
this
because you
week,
got a small willy.
they had a rare, it's a rare occurrence that this happened. So there was a best solo score non-ace, hole 7 for Go Marino, and hole 15 for Menem. Now 15's that long one that turns. My guess is he must had a 2 there, right? I can't imagine he would have been the only person to get a 3 on that. So
have
my
no
guess is
memory
he
of
did
No,
the trick
people would
shot
definitely have gotten a
over
3.
to the right and jumped over there. I think the only way
Mhm.
he could have soloed that one without an ace was to jump the trick shot for the 2 and landed, which is a great job, madam. Great job. All right, over to the classic. Now, last Friday, they were having their game that night. Killer Clams did end up winning their match.
This is
Dire
worst ball,
Wolves.
isn't it?
Yes, this is worst ball. So
Yeah.
there's 3 worst balls that I know of going on. So Dire Wolves Tuesday night beat the Barracudas. Nice job to Mickey and her crew. And tonight, I believe it's 9:30. I did not double check this time. I do have a link to their time. YouTube is Thundercats versus the Sharks. And I did put their YouTube link up.
Ooh.
All right. This is, we have come to the end of everything we have. And right now we're only a minute over an hour.
Do
good.
Americans,
Look at us
do
go.
Americans have Thundercats?
Thunder.
Thundercats
Thunder.
are go!
Oh, Chitara, had it not been for you finding this gold, we would never have survived. That's an amazing cartoon. I'm watching that again soon. Sorry.
That was even way over my head.
Talking about.
I'm way
They're
too
meant to
old
be
for
making a
that.
film. They're meant to be making a film.
They're making a film of Thundercats.
They're making a Thundercats film, yeah.
It kind of, that's brilliant. I'm
man.
watching that.
I'm watching it. I'm even pay to go and watch
I
that.
think Stewie and GARGAR got a semi on just because of that saying. They're going to make a film
You might be right.
of Thundercats.
I love how he just put his... That's great.
That's embarrassing.
How you got a problem with that?
All right.
Chitara
So
was hot.
anything
To be fair, she was.
that you guys want to say before we head out and hit the
Yep,
end?
I would just like to say a big thank you to GARGAR and to Parody4LIFE for coming on.
I think
Um,
it's been very.
Our pleasure.
Thanks
I think
for
it's been very-
inviting
My
us.
pleasure.
I think it's
Glad
been
I
very
could actually
informative.
make it.
For somebody who doesn't play in Q3 After Dark like myself, I've learned a lot about it. So I hope the people that's watching that don't play in it have learned something and sign up as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you've been
Yep.
a great guest. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
It's
MNM
bingo where
started
it's
kind of based off of us because that was right around when everything happened with Brian, and Neil was like,
There is a
I'm
story
just
behind
making
that.
my own. Yeah, he's like, I'm making my own. So it's
That's the
similar
story.
in a lot of ways with the Monday and the Wednesday.
But before we go,
But-
I'd like to tell you who next week's guest is. That's Kalasi. Kalasi is on next week's show.
Ooh, Kalasi.
Okay.
My
If you've got
husband
any
just
questions,
came in.
Debbie was looking for him.
So if you've any questions for Kalasi, get them in the usual ways on ask a question or just DM one of the admins.
Yep.
Or put some live feed chat up. We'll ask questions live like
Absolutely.
we've done tonight.
Yeah.
My husband just came in to say, yes, we do have Thundercats very loudly. That's why I started giggling.
Yes! He understands. Thunder.
Get a bit of Thundercats.
Oh, no,
We
I'm
are
watching
going to go
later.
ahead and say goodbye to you guys so we can go behind the scenes and listen to Thundercats, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
All
Again,
right,
guys, I'd
guys.
like to thank you
It's
all
a
for
bit-
watching.
not telling-
And,
it's a big thank you to Parody. Big thank you to Gaga, man. God
yeah, and
almighty
thank you
over
all for
there. Big
commenting
thank
and
you.
watching. Thank you very much.
Chris done a
Alright.
great job keeping us under control as usual.
Ish.
Keeping things running smoothish.
I'm not going
I
to tell
tried.
Stevie what my course is for the doubles match that we have this weekend.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it, don't tell
We
him.
did not put that question in.
I
No.
know. I saw that. I'm like, you little cheater. I'm not going to. And
Yeah,
me
we
and my
weren't gonna
partner are
ask it.
currently undefeated. Like, we started last month
Ooh.
and we are
Stevie,
undefeated. So,
I
If you,
know,
if, you,
and I can be bribed.
if, you,
The robot
if
can
you've
be
missed
dry.
anything or you want to know about Q3 After Dark, I'm sure Parody will accept your messages. I shall explain more.
oh, yeah.
So,
And the
Definitely
links are
join
all
Oh,
in the
yeah.
chat.
yeah.
All right,
So,
guys. Have a
See
good
you at
night.
finals.
See
Good
you
night from us all.
later.